Good morning, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here today to share my insights and thoughts on a topic that is very close to my heart, which is nurse-led wound centers, a model for transforming patient outcomes and healthcare sustainability in the Philippine setting. So before we begin, I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing committee for inviting me to be a part of this remarkable gathering of professionals dedicated to advancing wound care practice across the region. Even though unfortunately I was unable to make it there and meet you face to face, but I'm very glad that I was able to give this recorded lecture. I would like to wish and convey my deepest gratitude and respect to Dr. Professor Dato Hari Krishna Nair, whose leadership, vision, and lifelong commitment to elevating wound care education and clinical excellence continue to inspire not only Malaysians but also the entire ASEAN community and also globally. So thank you, Professor, and not only to Professor Harry, but also to all of those other advocates for paving the way for all of us who believe that compassionate, evidence-based wound care can change lives and systems alike. So today, as we discuss the Philippine model of nurse-led wound centers, we'll explore on how empowering nurses may lead care and not just deliver it, but can also transform patient outcomes, improve accessibility, and also sustain healthcare systems through innovation and collaboration. So thank you very much also for your dedication and presence, and it is a privilege as we continue to shape the future of wound care in our region. So these are my common disclaimers. So the contents presented on my presentation are based on my opinion as a clinical practitioner here in the Philippines and does not necessarily reflect the opinion of my current affiliations and institutions where I am with. The presentation is based on discussions and for educational purposes only and may not be recommended for off-label recommendation and not intended to replace clinical judgment or institutional protocols. So, my main objective actually is to analyze how these different nurse-led models can contribute to the healthcare system, sustainability, and by thorough early intervention and education and also multidisciplinary collaboration can lead to a much more better and faster healing for patients with wounds and of course to establish and explore opportunities of these nurse-led wound centers in the Philippines and in the ASEAN context. So before I begin, I would like to ask a question. No? So what if nurses could lead not only care but systems that heal, that save cost, and of course redefine the patient's journey and their perception pertaining to wound care? Now, imagine a healthcare model where the nurse isn't just the end point of care, but the starting point of this transformation. So, a nurse who doesn't wait for referrals but creates pathways and standardized guidelines, which is within their scope of practice, no? Which is that is important, no? The scope of practice and the limitation of our practice as nurses, no? So, as a nurse, we're in someone who doesn't only dress wounds but design systems that may prevent them to happen, track them, and also make wounds heal faster. So across the world, we're seeing a shift wherein nurse-led wound centers are changing the story. And these centers are not just clinics, but they're ecosystems of healing, combining evidence-based practice, advanced technologies, and compassionate leadership. In these models, every decision from dressing choice to discharge planning becomes a part of a much more larger vision to restore function, preserve dignity, and ensure sustainability for both patients and health systems. So today, as we talk about nurse-led wound centers, I invite you to think beyond procedures and to think about different possibilities, no, wherein nurses can lead, can heal wounds, and of course can generate different systems and protocols that can thrive and have a good sustainability. So in the Philippines, the primary goal of such center is actually to provide comprehensive, coordinated, and compassionate care, not just by treating wounds, but supporting the patient's journey, which is very important, not only the patient, but also their relatives as well. So this is towards, of course, recovery and independence, no? So each patient receives a customized, individualized treatment based on their wound types, underlying condition, and lifestyle needs. And then we combine this with the clinical protocols, advanced technologies, and patient education that we have to promote faster healing and improve their quality of life. More importantly, this center showcase how nurses can lead multidisciplinary teams, bridging clinical care, patient education, and even cost efficiency for hospitals. No? Now, this is one of the earliest nurse-led wound centers, ostomy wound centers that I helped establish after my training in Malaysia. That was 2010. No? So I had my enterostomal therapy training, my ETNEP course in Penang, Malaysia. So that was 2010. And then when after my training, I went back to the Philippines and set up this center. So, a wound center is basically a specialized unit within the hospital that focuses on the management of patients with complex wounds, such as, of course, pressure injuries, diabetic foot ulcers, surgical wounds, and also ostomy care. So, in the Philippines, the primary goal of such center is to provide comprehensive, coordinated, and compassionate care, not just by treating it, but supporting the patient's journey towards recovery and independence. So, individualized treatment based on their wound types, underlying condition, and lifestyle is one of it. And the challenge actually on on the first thing that really encounters is number one is how are we going to set it up? No? How are we going to make these different protocols wherein it is a new thing for everyone, wherein nurses lead, no? And actually, I receive a lot of resistance initially. But as we go on with this presentation, I'll show you how do we move on forward, keep on moving forward, and move on with the different challenges that we have. So, the wound center, when we talk about nurse-led wound centers, it is very important to understand that these facilities do not function in isolation. So they thrive within a multidisciplinary ecosystem wherein a network of professionals working together to deliver a holistic and customized care is important. So you'll see how the ostomy center serves as the hub. No? So it serves as the hub of collaboration. And then you can see on the other side, it connects with surgical and specialty disciplines such as, of course, your orthopedic, plastic surgery, no, colorectal surgery, vascular surgery, endocrinology, and rehabilitations, wherein its different specialty addresses the etiologic and anatomical factors of a patient that influence when it comes to wound healing. So, for example, a vascular surgeon managing a poor circulation or a plastic surgeon that needs handling reconstructive procedures, no? And on the other side, the Wood Center also links with different support groups such as, of course, your ancillary services, such as nutrition, laboratory, pharmacy, pathology, and also home care. So as well as hospital units, which are very important, such as your ICU, surgery suite, and general nursing wards. So this ensures the continuity of care from inpatient management to outpatient flow. And of course, when it comes to continuity of care for home care services as well. So the ultimate goal you can see here is actually a multidisciplinary approach wherein even if you are an empowered nurse, if you are really a skilled nurse clinician, you still need to manage wounds with other specialties. Do not treat wounds by yourself. So our main goal here is of course to improve the patient quality of life and yung the outcome of the wound of the patient. So communication is very important. So by fostering communications among these different specialties and disciplines, the nurse-led wound centers ensure that no aspect of patient's healing journey is overlooked. Whether it's infection control, nutrition, optimization, mobility, or psychosocial support, it is always there. And in the essence of this model, it transforms wound care from a task-based service to a much more comprehensive patient-centered system that values collaboration, precision, and compassion. So as we look, no, how would make this very important in global aspect or when it comes to the care of the patients, you can see that the global wound care burden. And before we talk about the different nurse-led models, let's first look at the global picture. So around the world, chronic wounds have become a growing epidemic. affecting 2 to 6% of the population in developed countries and rising even much more faster in low middle income settings, like of course in the ASEAN region. And the increase is closely linked to the global rise of diabetes, and also to that, adding with the aging population wherein skin integrity declines and comorbidities accumulate, we're seeing more patients with wounds that doesn't heal easily, requiring specialized and continuous care. So the burden isn't just clinical, it's economical and also emotional. So chronic wounds account for billions of healthcare costs and have a major impact on the patient's mobility. Not only that, would impact the relationship between the patient and the family members as well. So this is where actually the wound nurse-led wound centers can make a difference. We're in transforming fragmented wound centers and wound care into organized, accessible, and a much more sustainable system. So you can see here the global burden of diabetic foot ulcers, wherein around 6% of people with diabetes worldwide will develop a pressure ulcer or a foot ulcer also. The lifetime risk can be as high as 1 in 3, and each year nearly 19 million new cases are reported globally. So you can see here that since 1990, the disability burden has continued to rise, showing us that this is not just a clinical issue, but a major public health and economic challenge, wherein early intervention and nurse-led wound care systems are very critical that they can break this cycle before it leads to disability or loss or moreover the amputation of the patient's leg. And also, when it comes to the epidemiology, in the Philippines, diabetes continues to be one of the top five leading causes of death, contributing significantly to both morbidity and healthcare costs. No? So, globally, the International Diabetes Federation estimates about that by 2024, about 589 million adults are living with diabetes, and this number is expected to reach 853 million by 2050. So these numbers remind us that diabetic foot disease is not just a complication. It's a predictable and preventable public health challenge wherein nurse-led wound centers can make a real impact. So I have listed here some of the challenges that we have encountered. No, I think up to now some of these challenges are still present, especially when it comes to the training of advanced wound care, stoma management, and patient education that can lead to inconsistencies in care. Many societies, of course, conducts many trainings, but they have their different preferences, they have their different um, practices, no, and standardized guidelines, wherein sometimes it can cause some confusion, not only to the practitioners, but also to the patients, no. We attended trainings, no. Sometimes we attended trainings, we attend seminars, 1 day, 2 day seminars, 3 day seminars, and then after that, we think that we're already specialists, wherein we're not. So, among these challenges that we have here, I have made a SWOT analysis of the different strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that may happen when it comes to these nurse-led centers, and specifically to the current situation. So the strength, of course, nurses excel in patient assessment, education, and continuity of care, ensuring better adherence and prevention of wound recurrence. Of course, accessibility and trust. Nurses spend more time with the patient. We know that. We spend more bedside time, and also we are on the front line. And this can enhance access to wound care, especially in community and primary care settings wherein physicians are very limited. No? Especially in the Philippines, we're composed of many islands, and of course, the location of health facilities are sometimes far from the provinces. So when it comes to multidisciplinary collaboration, nurses act as coordinators, ensuring communication across disciplines, no? So we are close to surgeons and other specialties as well. This is for the comprehensive management of the patient. So what are the different weaknesses? We can see here scope of practice, no? Especially when it comes to the limitations, no? So nurses cannot independently perform surgical debridement, no? Suturing, prescribe antibiotics, or administer anesthesia, which can basically delay advanced interventions when needed. Dependence on physician orders. Nurse-led centers may rely on medical officers for prescriptions of invasive procedures, potentially slowing down also the workflow. Resistance from other professionals, wherein we experience on our starting of the center, wherein traditional hierarchies and misconception about nurse autonomy may hinder collaboration and acceptance of this nurse-led wound centers model. Opportunities, upskilling. So recently, later you'll go and find in the program there is a university who's going to present today when it comes to the micro diploma and certification programs wherein it is actually accredited by the Commission on Higher Education. So we've started the Malaysian Society of Wound Care Professionals together with Central Escolar University School of Nursing and Smith and Nephew had a partnership wherein we created a micro diploma program for nurses training in wound care. So policy advocacy, promoting inclusion of advanced wound procedures within expanded nursing roles. Of course, private public partnerships were in collaboration with hospitals, local governments, and of course industry partners to establish sustainable and standardized wound centers nationwide. So what are the threats, no? When it comes to legal and regulatory constraints, current nursing practice actually acts in the Philippines and the ASEAN may limit procedural autonomy without the physician oversight. Another, the clinical risk of bleeding or infection. Complications also that may happen that may require debridement, no? So it may pose a medical legal risk for nurses who will do this, no? And actually, it's the physician's role to do the surgical debridement. And another is we have inconsistent standards, variations, like I said earlier, no? And of course, financial pressures. Now, while wound-led centers represent a significant advancement in healthcare delivery, I would like to emphasize that there is an increasing concern about the scope of practice overreach. Now, some nurse practitioners in pursuit of autonomy may perform procedures such as surgical debridement, suturing, or antibiotic prescription without proper authorization or supervision. Such practices, though often well-intentioned, can expose both the patient and the nurse to a legal, ethical, and safety risk. No? So, I think it's very important. No? In my 16 years of practice doing wound care in the Philippines, it is actually upholding professional boundaries and collaborating with physicians remain very essential in ensuring safe, accountable, and evidence-based care. So I have here a workflow wherein it shows the nurse with the workflow wherein a nurse can do it within their scope of practice and some that is actually basically on the nursing on the doctor side. So when to refer, how to refer. And basically, once the wound becomes necrotic or non-viable, it needs, and then surgical debridement is needed, suturing is needed, anesthesia is needed, no? This falls under the non-nursing scope, and you need to actually need a doctor, no, for to care for the patient, no? So when it comes to the importance of hospital healthcare goes, when establishing a nurse-led centers, it is very important to align the hospital's overall healthcare goal by integrating our wound care objectives in the organization's vision and mission and ensure that every initiative we take directly contributes to a better patient outcome and operational efficiency. So this alignment keeps our efforts purposeful and supports innovation and paves the way for sustainable, forward-looking delivery of care that benefits not only the institution but main thing is the patients, no? So, in establishing a nurse-led center, it's very essential to build up the strength of the existing services and facilities. So, make sure that we define the types of treatments that nurses can deliver. Like for example, for specialized wound and ostomy care tailored to patients' needs, supported by, of course, clear protocols and collaborative referral pathways. Next, we must ensure that our facilities are designed for efficiency and comfort. So there is enough space to allow nurses to deliver advanced care. There are safety measures when it comes to maintaining privacy, infection control, no, data privacy as well. And lastly, patient accessibility is very important. So nurse-led centers should be easy to navigate, very inclusive, and responsive to the needs of every patient, ensuring continuity of care from hospital to community. So, another. So in setting wound centers, nurse-led wound centers, understanding our patient demographics is very important. So review the data on age, comorbidities, different wound types that goes to the center, treatment outcomes, and the nurses identify the trends and shape how services should be delivered or continue to develop or continue to think of other ways to deliver better services. Now, this allows us to design targeted interventions, like for example, prioritizing different types of wounds that are commonly seen. No? So, for example, diabetic food programs. So, for populations with high diabetes and prevalence, so when it comes to priority of scheduling, I think we must give them better access. So, for example, at the Medical City Hospital, they have the Endocrine and Diabetes Thyroid Center, which is actually connected to the wound center. So, they have a very good collaboration. So the endocrinologists refer patients to the wound center when it comes to food screening, no? For patients who actually doesn't have wound yet, but they are diagnosed as diabetes. So it is also important when establishing a nurse-led wound center to identify the different key performance indicators, which is very crucial when it comes to accountability and sustainability, no? So we start by assessing staff competency, turnaround time, budget expenses, no? Now, when we look about the budget and expenses, are we overspending or are we actually maximizing our resources wisely? So these KPIs can help us evaluate operational capacity, no? So wherein we can see if our center can handle the number of patients we serve, or do we have the enough manpower, or we do not. And finally, the most important metrics of all is patient satisfaction, wherein when patients feel cared for, educated, and empowered, this reflects the true success of nurse-led model, no? So, wound care center facilities and staffing needs. So you can see here um, the different types of equipments and facilities that is needed in the center. And then when we started, there's only me. And then now I have 9 treatment rooms. Before it was 1 room, now it has 9 treatment rooms. We have 13 wound ostomy nurses, and actually we are now starting to empower certified nurse assistants. No, they are already a graduate of a Bachelor of Science in Nursing but have not taken the boards yet. So again, giving emphasis and specific roles to them, which is just on the limit of practice, wherein we can take care of many patients. No. Now, in conclusion, so the establishment of nurse-led wound centers represent a paradigm shift in modern healthcare where nurses are not only caregivers but also system leaders in driving innovation, efficiency, and improve patient outcomes. So we have to align in setting up nurse-led centers. We have to align this with hospital goals. If it is in the hospital, identify the different KPIs that is very essential, understand the demographics, no? And again, despite of the different challenges, I think there is a big potential. Like for example, in Indonesia, Walk Care Indonesia with my friend Vidasari and the Indonesian team is doing well. No, they have nurse-led centers. And again, this is because of, if you have a proper training, policy support, institutional alignment, this can lead to a much more sustainable wound care system that will empower and transform patient journeys. So these are my references. Again, I know there's a short time to do this, but I would gladly like to make conversation on this for those who are interested. So thank you very much. Enjoy the conference. And again, congratulations to the organizing committee and Professor Dato Hari Krishna.